Hello, I'm going to stab you.
Okay, that's pretty good. Alright, hey guys, so we're back and it's not just me today, hooray. So we just got out of Halloween, 2018. There's like, what, 5 of these movies just called Halloween now?
I don't know. God, I watched the Honest trailer for this earlier.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Jesus Christ.
I was like, oh, there's, you know, we put it like that.
One.
We put it like that, there is a lot of them just called Halloween in there.
Yeah.
I have never seen the original. I saw the crappy Rob Zombie version, which, not a great representation, I'm just going to assume. And this one has been getting rave reviews. Like, everyone seems to really like this movie. What'd you think about it?
I enjoyed it a lot. You know, kept a lot in spirit from the original. Scares weren't quite as effective, but, you know, I will give it credit. I did kind of like the way they kind of implemented new themes, like the idea of trauma and the predator versus prey thing. Mm-hmm. Surprisingly really funny at times.
Yeah, I found this movie kind of more funny than scary most of the time.
Yeah, well, it doesn't help that they had some of that humor during stuff that was supposed to be scary.
Yeah, but
and it's sad.
I don't know, like, to a certain extent, like, I feel like that's kind of the problem making more Halloween movies, the fact that these, like, the first one really popularized so many things we've seen a million times now. Difficult categories, like, okay, how can we do this and not be even a little self-aware about it? So I was kind of okay with the comedy bits in there for that reason. Yeah. And it's kind of like, it's not like you don't know what's going to happen here.
Yeah. That fucking kid, though.
Yeah, fuck kid was great. By far my favorite character. Glad he didn't die, spoiler alert. But no, like, no, I like this movie. I thought it was pretty good. I'm not going to say it was great.
It was good.
It was definitely good, and it got better as it kept going along. But there was definitely some issues I was kind of having with it that kind of like, okay, it's like you can definitely see why Jamie Lee Curtis has a bone to pick with Michael Myers, but I never really got why Michael Myers did. Outside, like, every other character seems to play...
That's the thing. He's never supposed to have a real motive. He is just supposed to be pure, unadulterated evil.
But the movie seems to keep implying there's some kind of spiritual connection between the two, and I never quite got that.
I think I'm not sure it was necessarily a spiritual connection between the... Spiritual connection per se, but it's the whole fact that it is that idea of, I think, the prey that got away.
That was my thinking, but they never say that or really imply that. Again, they kind of imply some kind of, like, deep connection. Yeah. And I just never really felt like it got to that point. Like, in fact, it honestly kind of felt like Michael Myers got to her house kind of by chance. Rather than, honestly, you can make, if you want to go, like, really deep into this, you can argue it's like a meta-narrative about trying to connect the present with the past.
Maybe.
By forced fandom. That's what this is about. Forced fandom saying, you two fight now.
Fight.
And it was a great fight. No, it was worth it to get there. But I was like, it was not really a big deal not to kill the movie, but I was like, that was kind of nagging at me. It's kind of like, yeah, you guys are saying this, and it kind of made sense, the original continuity, if you imply that they're related. But this one, I'm glad they cut that stupid plot hole out, or that plot point out, because it was stupid, but it would have made more sense if they were. That being said, it's still enjoyable, so it's one of those things, like, I'm not going to harp too much on it, but it was something I noticed that bugged me.
Fair enough.
Other than that...
Well, actually, though, I think there was some definitely implied other stuff, kind of like, especially the way the movie opened when all the inmates are freaking out around Michael and brings the mask out.
There's definitely some implied, like...
I'm not sure it was spirituality per se, but just the idea of, like, that kind of presence he emanated.
And, like, I wasn't even saying, like, and I'm not really saying to, like, Michael Myers as a character, or...
it's just the way that the plot kind of...
It's mostly... I'm just going to call him Professor Einstein, because that's what he looked like to me.
Yeah.
It's mostly in his dialogue that heavily seemed to imply that, and he seems really obsessed with it, so really, if you want to get deep into, like, the mad era, this could just be, like, slight commentary on fandom trying to shove people back where they want them to be.
It could be, because there is a fair amount of... felt like there was definitely a fair amount of meta commentary in this.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Now, John Carpenter worked on this himself this time, didn't he?
He was the executive producer, and he did the score for the movie.
Okay, and who directed this?
David Gordon Green.
Okay.
He did Pineapple Express and Your Highness.
This is a combo breaker.
Well, he also did Stronger, that Jake Gyllenhaal movie where he's the...
Oh, yeah, the boxing movie. Was that the boxing movie?
No, that's the one where he, like, loses a limb. I think that was the one about the guy who lost his leg at the Boston Marathon.
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, it's one where he loses his leg because of an explosion or something like that.
Okay. Well.
So I'm assuming that's what it was, but,
Either way, no, like, this is pretty solid directing, and, like, even though I wouldn't say it's, like, that scary, I did like the way the shots were choreographed.
Yeah, it definitely came across more as a thriller.
Yeah, I would agree with that, honestly. And again, like, you kind of have to do a Hollywood movie like a thriller nowadays, because again, it's like, we've seen these tropes so many times before, like, you can't really make a straight-out horror movie anymore.
Yeah. Well, once again, to be fair, you know, one could argue the original was a thriller as well.
True, but it definitely popularized a lot of horror tropes that we saw for like 40 years after the fact.
Yeah, I mean, like you mentioned, the whole final, you know, basically everything about, like, the final girl and how everyone else kind of gets axed like that.
Yeah, well, in this case, it's just a pissed off Jamie Lee Curtis versus an old as fuck Michael Myers,
who is still strong as fuck.
I know. Well, I mean, like, that one they kind of explained.
Yeah, no, I understand that. It's funny to see him just, like, kick down.
I know, right?
Like, so many things, like, secure police car? Screw you! That's nothing to me! Bah.
Fuck you, Einstein. Smash. Spoiler. I mean, like, you can tell who's gonna die right off the fucking bat. There are no surprises as far as that goes.
Yeah.
Every time someone's a douchebag, you're like, oh, he's gonna fucking die.
Even the non-douchebags, well, few of them. But then again, you kind of knew they were gonna bite it.
Yeah, like, who are the non-douchebags?
The cop?
John McCain?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what the actor's name is. I just know he looked like John McCain to me.
Yeah.
So, may he rest in peace. So that kept making me laugh a little bit to myself. Or he looked like that general from Battlestar Galactica.
Just like how I joked that one heavyset guy looked like, hey, look, they DH Foggy Nelson 20 years!
Yeah, like, Foggy Nelson, like, it really did. He looked and sounded like a young douchebag teenage Foggy Nelson. He really did. Like, you knew that's who you knew he was that kind of guy in high school. You just fucking knew.
Yeah.
So we got that. There was a douchebag boyfriend.
Who actually didn't die. He just kind of...
Did he not die? Oh, that's right. He doesn't die. I kind of wish he died.
Yeah.
Because he was a douche. And then there's the babysitter, who I actually kind of liked.
Yeah.
I was kind of sad that she bit it, but again, I'm not giving anything away. It's in the trailer, or at least it's practically in the trailer. And then he shows up in the closet. It comes up, it's like, oh, I know where this is going, and it's still a well shot scene.
Yeah. And the interactions with that kid helped so much, though.
Oh yeah, the kid was great, but she's like babysitting this like I want to say 6-8-year-old boy, like little kid who was just talking serious shit.
It's like, yeah, it's like you're gonna invite friends over here smoking weed in my house.
It's like
no, it's like you imagine like every time it's like I know what Alexander is. It's weed. You're smoking weed.
Or my favorite one was just when he just straight up calls the horror tropes out, which is like, and which kind of goes back to the meta narrative a little bit, where just like the kid is the first one to see. This is going a bit in spoiler territory, by the way. So if you want to see this movie, stop now. Where the kid, if you're watching this, I'm assuming you already see the movie. So the kid comes down when he notices like there's the boogeyman's come to get him and that kind of stuff. He goes downstairs like at this point the girlfriend has invited her kind of douchey boyfriend to come over and they start dry humping downstairs. And he comes down like, there's a man upstairs in my room, go check it out. And it's like, all right, I go like, send Dave up first. Yeah. Yes. Because like, man, I want anyone to die. It's gonna be fucking Dave. Get him up there. Or the point when she inevitably goes in there and she starts getting attacked. She just runs out like, oh shit! Oh
yeah!
Oh
like,
nope! Like it's a nope. He literally said nope, and he like runs down there like I'm gonna go get help. And he runs past Dave. He goes like what's going on? It's like run, Dave! You gonna die! and he just runs out the door, and we don't see him again.
Seriously, so glad that kid didn't die. Because yeah, Michael Myers kills more kids these days in this movie.
He only kills like one.
Still, he straight up killed like a little kid.
Yeah, I know. What does it say when the kids are the smarter ones in this movie?
Oh, better yet, don't shoot Bam!
Hey, that kid had good fucking instincts as far as I'm concerned. That's how you do it right, rather than the fucking journalist who pissed me off from the get-go is I'm glad they died first. Well, ish. I mean, there's a pretty great blink and you miss it shot pretty early on where you see Michael in the background just beating the shit out of the technician, like the guy in the garage, which I almost missed. I was like, oh, wait, what's he doing in the counter? Oh shit, you just look in the background. It's all there. Like, there's some very great choreographed shots and there's great cinematography.
Although it was funny seeing how he took a fucking crowbar to the face.
Yeah, didn't the sequels kind of make him more like a supernatural being? Because after this one, it's like, it feels kind of hard that he wouldn't be. He gets, like, shot, like, 3 times. He's got 2 of his fingers cut off. He gets in the face of the crowbar multiple times.
And other stuff, which we'll talk about later.
What did I forget? Right.
Yeah, we're not going to say yet.
I mean, at this point, we're kind of more into spoiler territory, so...
Yeah, but we can save that for later.
Fair enough.
But yeah, it's just... He's back to being an unstoppable killing machine, but unlike, as you said, having the supernatural elements, they make it work a bit more naturally here.
He's just an old fuck who clearly, I guess, just doesn't have pain receptors. It's like the only thing I can think of that makes sense, which actually could be a viable explanation. I don't know.
Oh, he's just that driven. He's pure instinct.
I guess, yeah. I mean, I did like, again, going back to like the meta narrative a bit of just how the movie kind of addresses especially early on, we get the obnoxious reporters who are clearly just sensationalizing podcasters.
Yeah.
With the douchebag guy who is trying to make everything as dramatic as possible and trying to find this flowery language to, like, he talks like he's in a true crime novel.
Yeah.
And especially when he meets up with Jamie Lee Curtis for the first time, who is like, you know what the movie? You know what the moral of this movie is? When some shit goes down, make sure you have at least one prepper as a friend.
Yeah.
Because preppers will apparently save your ass.
Oh, yeah.
I actually know somebody who knows preppers. I might give him a phone call. It's like, hey, can you hook me up? I'm not saying I want to get into the culture. I just want, like, a backup plan, you know?
Yeah. So, yeah, if the world goes to shit, can I crash at your place?
Pretty much, yeah. Like, I know you got all the bottles of stuff and the guns and stuff. Because, you know, the government didn't take them. Anyway. So I'm thinking that stupid Fox News thing they did with Jamie Lee Curtis for a bit there.
Yeah. Oh, no, oh, God, that was great. Someone's response to that was perfect.
What's that?
It's like, you know, how it comes to like a gun-toting badass fighter having a gun control, and someone's response like, well, of course, what do you expect her to do? Force feed Michael Myers activity until he shits himself to death?
I think someone just kind of, I thought people gave the Ian McKellen response. Have you heard what Ian McKellen said when he said, like, how do you become Magneto or something like that? And he said, like, well, I looked through the script, and then when they turn the camera on, see, I'm an actor, so I pretend to be somebody else, Steven. Because you see, I am an actor, and that is my job. So I feel like it's like, yeah, I know how it's amazing how an actor who believes one thing can act to do a different thing. It's like, holy shit. But anyway, that's a whole another convoluted bullshit thing. People looking to be angry for no good reason. But yes, and then so anyways, me with Jamie Lee Curtis, who's a prepper and has like this hardcore house in the middle of nowhere that's has all kinds of security shit, and they immediately just ask like dumb questions. I like, why would you lead with that? Like, what was one like? So when did you get custody back of your daughter, who they took away when you were when she was 12, and she gets kicked out? And I'm like, well, yeah, of course you fucking did. You opened with that dumbass question.
They didn't open with it. It was actually
that's like question 3.
Yeah.
Still, either way, you kind of have to lead into something like that.
Which means that each question was worth $1,000.
Yeah, because they paid $3,000. You know, like, you know, for $3,000, I'd listen to your dumb questions for about 3 questions too. It's like, all right, you get 3, and then you got the dumbass guy who's just who's just going like, he hasn't said a word in years. You, the one victim who was horribly scarred and led you to life of seclusion and paranoia, should go and talk to him. You know, for our podcast. You fucking asshole. Get the fuck out. I'd kick him out too. But I did like that how they kind of said we were trying to understand his mind, and she goes, no, he's evil. He's a psychotic madman. why are you trying to understand him?
Yeah.
Which I feel like is a narrative for like every other Halloween movie that came after the first one.
Probably.
Including the crappy Rob Zombie movies.
By understanding him, you took away what made him him.
Even that is, it's like, no, he's crazy. That's all you need to know.
Yep.
It's like we don't need a psychological profile. He's just fucking crazy. So I like stuff like that. There's definitely more of a brain to this than a lot of slasher movies like it, which I appreciate. And like I said, the way the shots are set up and the way they're executed are all really well done.
Oh yeah.
And very clever and very original.
Yeah. Some of the stuff with like the stuff with the closet was great. The motion sensing lights.
Yeah, motion sensing light, that was clever. Or even just like how it'll linger on a shot of like a woman inside her house from the outside. Oh yeah, and you see him like walk to the side.
Oh, that super long take that they showed in the trailer where he just kills.
Yeah, yeah, that sequence, which is a great sequence. Kind of sad they gave it most of the way in the trailer, but still, it is still a really good sequence, and it definitely takes a while to kind of get going, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Did you get that vibe too?
Given how slow the original Halloween is, it didn't really bug me as much.
Okay.
But, like, it definitely felt like it got to the meat of it, like, there in the third act.
Yeah, and that's where a lot of it accumulates. I feel like that's where it had the most meat to it, I suppose.
And, I mean, that's kind of Carpenter's style with the first
and let me be clear, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to make it look like it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, I mean, that shows escalation, which is good.
Yeah, and it does lead to a pretty good and pretty satisfying third act.
With a great callback to the original.
With the disappearing body thing?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know it was a callback. I thought it was just a reversal, which I thought was still pretty clever.
No, that's why everyone was, like, kind of applauding and laughing.
Okay. So, what happens in the original?
That is a reference to the ending of the movie.
Again, I haven't seen it.
Yeah. I know. That's what I'm just saying. It's just a reference to the ending of the movie. Because, like, it literally ends with his body just, like... Yes. Spoiler.
Vanishing. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. Spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler, a 40-year-old movie.
Yeah. I'm trying to be considerate.
It's like, oh, man, don't spoil the end of King Kong, all right? I haven't seen it yet.
Be surprised. There's actually some old classic movies I've not had spoiled.
You know fucking King Kong!
Oh, of course King Kong! I'm just saying other ones.
I know, but still, though, it's like, after a certain period of time, if you get spoiled, it's your own goddamn fault.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah.
40 years, fair cutoff point.
Yeah, pretty much. It's more like, nowadays it's about a week.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen a movie in a week, it's your own goddamn fault.
I got mildly spoiled about the thing with, oh god, the daughter's turn. Her little moment.
Oh, you mean? Oh, yeah. I did not get that spoiled for me, thankfully.
I didn't get it spoiled, but they said enough where it's like, aww.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah. So basically, in the end of the movie, it's like Michael Myers' body just like disappears, and you hear like that super heavy breathing stuff going, like getting louder and louder.
Okay. And this one, like I thought they was going for like a role reversal kind of thing, which I liked.
Which they were as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Where instead of like. And I guess in the original movie, it was it Jamie Lee Curtis? Looks out the window after Michael Myers falls over and his body's gone. And this one, it's Michael Myers that looks over and just Jamie Lee Curtis' body is just gone.
It wasn't actually it wasn't Jamie Lee Curtis. I think it was Dr. Loomis.
Whoever it was.
Yeah.
The point is to make Jamie Lee Curtis feel like the boogeyman for a few minutes, which I thought was kind of great.
Yeah.
And it's and again, I noticed after that, like it followed him for a little bit as he's wandering through the house, rather than following Jamie Lee Curtis. Like, okay, that's actually pretty clever.
Yeah.
So like, I like stuff like that. It's a very cleverly made film. Yeah, and it leads, and it's like I'm running out of things to say about it, but yeah, it's a very satisfying third act.
Yeah. Pretty good acting all around. I thought. God, I keep getting not the daughter. I think her name was Karen, right?
Yeah.
I just know the actress played the crazy one in Archer. She was also the mother in the first Jurassic World. Oh,
I know her.
Judy Greer.
Okay. Yeah. Wait. She's the crazy one in Archer?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Cheryl. There we go.
Cheryl. I did not know that. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be in my head forever now.
Tell me, Michael Myers!
Outlaw country!
Yeah.
That fits a little too well. So that was her childhood.
Yeah. And just to be clear, now that I think they're both a little kind of nutty. But, I mean, I do mean the rich crazy one. The one who turned out to be like a millionaire or something like that. The brown hair one. Because there was Pam, who was the heavyset one, then there was Cheryl. Or Carol.
Was it? Oh, yeah, the redhead. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay,
yeah,
cool, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I was like, they're both a little kind of weird at times, so I better just clarify. But, yeah, so that is Karen in this.
Huh. Well. Huh.
Yeah, now can you just not unhear her telling Michael Myers to choke her?
I can see her get, like, I just hear more like the laugh. Like the, You're not my supervisor!
Yeah, I thought her acting was a little was hit and miss. Like, sometimes a little on the flat side, other times it was really good.
Yeah, I mean,
she got really good there in the end.
I mean, yeah, like, I feel like it's mostly the writing more than the acting, I feel like.
Fair enough, because there were some moments that were definitely on the nose.
Yeah, because I feel like they didn't really know what to do with her till the end. And that honestly goes for like a lot of the characters and a lot of the stock characters. I mean, the writing's fine for them, but they're also kind of like, oh, okay, you're the obnoxious stock character of this, and we're just kind of waiting for you to die. Outside of the kid was just great. He was gold.
I hope they get him back for a sequel.
He's gonna be the next Prepper. It's gonna see Michael Myers like, oh hell no, I ain't got time for this. Sniper scope headshot done. Michael Myers like 110. He's on crutches.
Yeah. Let me see. Jamie Lee Curtis was freaking awesome.
Oh yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis is great.
The one who played Allison, I guess this is like her first major movie. She did a pretty solid job.
Let's see, name is Andy something. Andy Machak. I can't pronounce that. Andy Matachuk? Sure. Yeah. Matachuk, that's probably better. Looks like she's on a few things, but mostly like smaller stuff. Like
yeah,
TV.
I think that was like her first major role, though.
Probably. Yeah, it looks like it just smaller TV shows after that.
Yeah.
But she
yeah.
does a fine job. I mean, like I said, this is really Jamie Lee Curtis's show.
Yeah, and
when all is said and done, this is all about
freaking owns it.
This is all about her, and this is like, we got her back for this movie. Let's make the most of it, kind of thing, and they do, and it's all worked very, very well together. Like, so overall, I'd say this is a pretty solid slasher movie, probably the best slasher movie we've seen in a while.
It's just good to actually get a good Halloween movie again.
Yeah, definitely. And there's definitely some creative things about it. Like, overall, I would very much recommend this movie as like a Halloween horror movie. That actually takes place on Halloween, and it sure is better than Goosebumps 2. Goosebumps 2, but that's Ghostbumps. I'm tired. Goosebumps 2.
Ghost Bumpers.
That's the porno version.
Ooh. With imagination.
I wish the second one had that much imagination. There was a tower that exploded. That was a missed opportunity for a joke. Yeah, that happens. Shoots out sparks.
Wait.
You're really igniting my imagination.
Oh my God.
No. Better yet. It was about Nikola Tesla. So you're igniting my Tesla coil.
Oh my.
Oh god, that movie was bad. Anyway, but yeah, Halloween is very good. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Nah, I'm good.
Alright, let's move on to trailers. So the first trailer you got was for Escape Room. Which looks like Saw if you took out Jigsaw.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and if it took place in Escape Room.
Isn't that pretty much all Saw movies?
Yeah. Sorry, I stopped thinking about that franchise for a long time, so I kind of forgot about that.
I mean, I had to see Jigsaw recently, not long ago, so...
The last one I watched was 5, and that movie pissed me off so much. I was like, no, I'm done. I'm straight up done.
We laughed a lot at the last one, I remember.
Dude, 5 will make you so mad at the leaps of logic in that movie.
I know Muhan really likes those movies. To each their own, I guess there's something to them, but There wasn't really a franchise I really cared about to begin with, so it was one of those things, whatever.
I liked the first one. Second was meh. Third, I remember I missed like half an hour and I didn't actually miss anything.
Okay.
4 I thought was okay. Like, I thought it was kind of interesting finding out that was a side story. Then 5 infuriated me.
We all have ours, man. I get it.
Almost as much as The Good Doctor, which I remembered yesterday, and it sent me into a screaming fit.
The Good Doctor?
That one with the autistic doctor.
Oh, the TV show? Well, I kind of avoided that because I looked at one of the concepts and like, nope, not how it works, and I stopped.
I just remember there's a lot of stuff that made me mad of like leaps of logic, and specifically there's one thing where someone tried to compare not hiring him because of his autism, and that was the equivalent of slavery. And even the black guy was like, did you just compare autism to slavery? And I was just like, I remember I was in work watching this because I was like doing content review, and I was like, oh! Like I was like, I wanted to react so violently at work. Not literally, but it was just like,
I want to grab the nearest butcher knife I could find and just stab everyone. That's going to be used against me in court of law one day.
It was a joke!
Oh, great. I'm getting the next James Gunn 10 years from now.
Yes, we're going to fire you for something that everyone already knew about and you had previously apologized for.
Fucking Nazis, man. But like, honestly, you can make a whole, like, hour-long video of out-of-context quotes we make on this show. Like, there's, I think one we did a long time ago was Catholics are sneaky.
Well, we are.
My apologies to all Catholics. You sneaky bastards.
He just looks to your right and I'm suddenly gone.
Shit! The Halloween music starts playing. Just so I start to see crucifix starts flying at me like ninja stars. Shit!
This isn't Omen, you asshole! Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh. I'm gonna trust you. It's like, Grant, give me some Catholic knowledge! Save me from the clergy! This went on a weird tangent, didn't it?
I baptize in the name of, the mother, the son-in-law, and,
Wait, no, I got something else. Sexual misconduct!
Where? Oh, God. Next trailer.
How the hell did we go from an escape room to baiting priests with children? That was a fascinating transition.
Just like this transition to the next trailer.
Yes. All right. So the next trailer was Widows, which I'm down for that movie.
I was like, from director Steve McQueen and the writer of Gone Girl. Done. You got me.
I was sold when I saw Liam Neeson married to Viola Davis. I was like, sold.
I missed that part. Now I'm even more sold.
Yeah, Liam Neeson was teams up with the Punisher, and I guess they all die, and then Viola Davis takes over the reins.
Which Punisher?
New Punisher.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So I was like, all right. You know what? If anyone's gonna take over for Liam Neeson, it's gonna be Viola Davis. I'm totally down for this.
Oh yeah.
Say what you will about Suicide Squad. She was the best part of that movie.
Oh yeah.
Then we got a new trailer for Pet Sematary, which is the Stephen King remake, I suppose.
Yep.
Which I guess are doing fairly well right now as far as Stephen King movies go.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't include Dark Tower. Yeah.
Oh, that totally wasn't a screaming asses yawn. I am tired though.
Me too. And that's John Lithgow in it, which is always nice to see. Although I said one of my favorite actors was in this movie, and I first I was like, ooh, Michael Shannon. I was disappointed he wasn't in it.
No, I meant John Lithgow.
I like John Lithgow too, but I was like, damn it, you got my hopes up for.
And look, Jason Isaacs. Oh.
I don't mind Jason Isaacs.
Yeah, he's fine.
He just picks shitty projects, I think, more than anything else. I think as an actor, he's perfectly fine on his own.
Yeah. He is capable.
Yeah. And then Captain Marvel, which we've talked about before. I'm kind of reserving an opinion on that when a better trailer comes out.
Yeah. How can you have a better trailer than her punching out an old lady?
Which, I mean, that's the best part of that scene, but I feel like they also picked the scenes where she doesn't really emote much.
Yeah.
Because of the context of the scene, and like, there's a lot of stupid criticism because of that. So it's like, alright, I'm kind of just waiting for a better trailer at this point. But it's a Marvel movie, so I'm still gonna go see it.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like I'm gonna go, I might skip this one. No, of course I'm gonna fucking see it. And we got the Curse of La Llorona, or however you say it, like the weeping.
La Llorona?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
That looks like a Conjuring movie that they said no to.
For same producer.
Yeah. Yeah, so. I don't know, it looks like a standard horror movie. Then we got the new trailer for Glass, which is really weird for me to say I'm excited for a M. Night Shyamalan movie.
The Shyamalan-assance.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. He made one good movie.
I enjoyed The Visit.
Yeah, but not for the reasons I feel like it was intended.
Yahtzee!
I know, I enjoy Yahtzee. Oh, and don't forget the poop diaper, yeah.
Oh, God, the poop diaper! Oh, that movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
That movie totally knew what it was doing.
To a certain extent, but no, like Split was the first one I can say was legitimately good.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, Glass looks like, I feel like, really, he should just keep making superhero movies, because he had, like, his unique flair for it kind of works.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I don't know, I mean, either that or just hire James McAvoy for more of your movies, because it turns out he will act the shit out of whatever you give him. And I don't know how, like, 60 and doesn't give a crap Bruce Willis is going to be able to beat I care a whole lot about crap James McAvoy.
Yeah.
Who looks like he could bench press a truck.
And apparently take his things from Beast. The way he runs, it's like...
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I'm pretty sure he just watched Nicholas Hoult. It's like, I can use this.
I wouldn't be surprised. At this point, like, I have a shit ton of respect for James McAvoy, because love or hate his movies, he will give it 110%.
Oh, yeah.
Like, even if you don't like Victor Frankenstein, which I totally get if you don't, you gotta give him credit. He is shooting for the fucking moon. Which is why I love that movie, but that's definitely just a me thing. But yeah, Glass looks really good.
Oh, yeah.
And then we got a trailer that hasn't been released online yet for some reason. Happy Death Day to You. Which, okay.
Really?
Yeah, because I looked. I guess they're just kind of keep it movie exclusive for now. Which, okay, fair enough. I mean, it's a clever title. I'll give it that. I mean, I enjoyed the first one fine.
Yeah, this one... Man, it's like I'm just getting kind of flashbacks to Rope-a-Dope, too. Because, like, oh, hey, you're doing the thing where other people are repeating the same thing, too.
Which, I don't know, like, it could be fun. Mm-hmm. I mean, it could just be going all in on the concept, just having fun with it, which looks like it's what it's doing. So, yeah. I mean, that was the best part of the first one, was when it kind of just went crazy with the idea.
Although it is kind of weird seeing how there is how now she's kind of waking up affected by the things to a larger degree, like the whole
with the frizzy hair. Yeah, which could be fun. It was
funny. It's just like bit of a plot hole. I don't know how I feel about this.
It's one of those things. I'm willing to know with like plot holes. If like I'm at the point where, especially with like you spend enough time on Twitter, you get really tired of the nitpicky plot hole assholes. Mm-hmm. Not saying you're one of them, but there's a lot of them that you kind of get like, you know what? I'm fucking tired of pointing out plot holes and everything. Yeah. Let's just if it's good, it's good. If it's bad, then I'll pick it apart. But otherwise, I'm not gonna be like, oh, what, that thing doesn't make sense, therefore crap. Right. Because I'm so fucking sick of that. The fucking Spider-Man people alone are obnoxious as shit. Anyway, but like, so like, if it takes advantage of the concept, if it's fun, I'm willing to go with whatever stupid shit you have on board for me. The best part of the first one was just when it embraced the comedy elements of it. Yeah. So I feel like this one, if it doubles down on that, it could be genuinely pretty good. So, that was the last trailer. You got any final thoughts for Halloween?
If you're a fan of the original, definitely check it out. Like I said, it's not trying to be innovative, but it's trying to show like what made the original ones. So,
it's clever enough. Yeah. To say that, at the very least, it is definitely a familiar formula, but you'll at least get some different shots out of it. or some creative kills.
And the fact they had some added themes in terms of like trauma, predator versus prey, like I mentioned before. You know, they definitely added substance to it.
True. I mean, like I think I have some issues in terms of the full extent of that, but I do agree that most of it was done pretty well. So yeah. So overall, I do recommend this movie. I do think it's pretty solid. And yeah, that's it. So I think the only movie I got this week is The Hate U Give, which I need to figure I'm going to see that tomorrow or Thursday. And yeah, that's going to be a fun one to talk about. Yay! A white man gets to talk about police brutality. What could go wrong?
Yeah, just...
Oh, you don't want to come to that one?
Just... This is a good movie.
You want to talk about Dallas again?
Dallas?
Oh, wait, you weren't there for that one.
No, I wasn't.
Detroit.
I was not there for that one.
Yeah, that's right. And, oh man, where's Ron when you need him? He's out of town. So that's going to be interesting. See you guys then. Bye.